Hello dear traders! Inflation in the United States hasn't peaked yet, which is confirmed by the personal spending index that came in above the market forecast. Nevertheless, markets no longer expect aggressive moves from the Federal Reserve. In this light, the US stock market was able to partially recover. At the same time, the greenback pulled back after a prolonged rally. The US dollar index, a measure of the value of the greenback relative to a basket of 6 major currencies, fell by 0.65% to 105.82 last week. As a reminder, the index hit the 20-year high of 109.30 in early July. However, after a 0.75 rate increase at the FOMC meeting and hints that the US regulator might slow down the pace of rate hikes, traders shifted their focus to macro reports. From now on, any disappointing data causes an increase in the dollar. Thus, pressure on US dollar index mounted amid a slowdown in Q2 US GDP. Nevertheless, demand for the euro decreased along with that for the dollar. In the eurozone, inflation keeps accelerating, although slower than anticipated. Moreover, economic growth in the eurozone goes on, unlike in the United States. On Friday, the euro-dollar pair closed near the Monday opening levels. Meanwhile, pound-sterling US dollar pair was able to somewhat recover. The pair returned about the key level of 120 and settled there. At the end of the trading week, the price closed at around 1.2175, up by 1.44%. Preliminary business activity data in the United Kingdom came in better than in the Eurozone. At the same time, consumer spending is decreasing at a slower pace than forecast. Still, inflation is at record levels. Therefore, markets expect more aggressive measures from the Bank of England. This is a factor driving the pound up. The crypto market was bullish last week. Bitcoin hit the June high of $24,500. The increase came after the Federal Reserve lifted the interest rate and hinted at the possibility of slowing down the pace of rate hikes. Oil prices closed higher last week. Markets priced in signs of a decrease in supplies in the face of reduced demand. The OPEC Plus meeting is scheduled for August 3. During the course of the meeting, the United States may announce extra supplies, although analysts warn that production quotas are not always met due to insufficient investment in oil fields. Gold hit the 3-week high of $1,765 a troy ounce. Demand for the asset mounted after a rate increase by the Federal Reserve, as well as amid growing recession risks in the United States. However, gold will continue incurring losses as the world's leading central banks will tighten monetary policy further. These are the major trends of the last trading week. Don't miss our traditional weekly review tomorrow and follow our daily news reports. See you very soon on InstaForex TV.